Well, my garden's done. It finally froze. So today we're going to be taking all of this out because today is pretty much the last day of gardening. Hi everyone, I'm Kristen and welcome to Mountain Harmony Gardening. We have had such a strange fall. Last week when I did my video, I think I was in shorts. Now I've got a coat on because it's gotten cold. But we did finally have a hard freeze. All the tomatoes are done. Yep, like they're even falling off and yeah, they're pretty smushy. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take all of these down today, as well as behind me is the pumpkin trellis, and most of the nasturtiums are done. They froze too, and I'm going to be harvesting the gourds that I can out of the plants. But now that it's frozen, it is so much easier to pretty much just rip these down. And then once I rip all these down, and I do have my pruners here, I'm going to go ahead and take all of the clips off. But this is the last of it in this section of the garden that needs to be taken care of. Look at the gourds we got. We got a couple of baby ones, and then look at this one. This one turned out really nice. So I have some gourds that I'm going to let dry out and pretty much use them for decoration over the fall. Now we have all the tomatoes down, and we also took out the nasturtiums and the rest of the gourd plants. There were even a couple of pumpkin vines still in there. But behind me, hopefully you can see that I left the hollyhock, and then back here on the other side, there is my iris. So I left both of those because those are perennials. So I'm going to let that one finish dropping its seeds, and hopefully we'll have some more flowers come up this year. Now we're going to move on to my dahlias. Well, my dahlias are looking really sad. They definitely froze, but the calendula is still doing great, and my yarrow and the snapdragons, they're all still doing really good. I didn't think they'd like it. And then my other red dahlia. So I'm going to be showing you here in a moment how to take these out. But as we were cleaning up, because all the marigolds froze as well, we found bees still in the flowers. Even the ones that had frozen, they were still in them. So instead of taking them down this year like I normally do, because normally the bees are in hibernating by now, we're going to go ahead and leave them up. But the dahlias, yeah, they're really, really sad. The bees aren't getting anything from these. Plus, before the ground freezes, I have to get them out of the ground or else I will lose them. So next I'm going to show you how to dig up and save your dahlias. The first thing that you want to do is actually cut your dahlias back. So go ahead and take off any clips that you have, because I do have these attached to some stakes, and then take the stakes out, and then go ahead and cut them to probably about 1 to 2 inches above ground level. Just like that. This was getting all stuck. And then the next thing you do after you take these down is you actually want to dig them up. So I'll be back in just a moment when we're to that stage. I have the dahlias in this area all clipped down, and I told you to leave them a little bit higher so that you can find them again. Because like this one over here was pretty small, because we have 2 different dahlias that are growing here. So you just kind of want to clear away all the mulch. And I even have some of my tags. And I need to pull back. I do have fabric cloth in this area, so I want to pull that back just a little bit. And then you want to dig them up. And you want to be kind of careful, because you actually don't want to go through the bulb. So start out a little bit further, and then just start kind of working your way around. Yep, just a little bit further. There we go. Kind of start digging it out of the way. And now, Diane can get in up close in here, you can start to see the tubers down below. See? Right there, that's what you want to save. So you want to make sure that you're not damaging those. And you can propagate these by breaking them apart, but I haven't done that in the past, and the plants have done really good, especially like my really big yellow dahlia that I showed you at the beginning. And there you go. Look at that. Now the next thing that you want to do to this is you want to get like An old paintbrush works great for this, but you want to brush out all of the dirt because during the wintertime, if you leave any of this dirt in there and it's moist like this, it'll actually cause it to rot. So the other thing that you can do is you can kind of clip off all of the excess roots that are at the bottom because you actually don't need that. So any of these you can clip off, and they're really mushy. So the clippers are having a little bit harder time. There we go. And make sure that you get them all cleaned up. And you can even see here's an old part of the stem from last year. So these will grow all new stems. The other thing you want to do is you want to cut all of those off too, like that. So once I'm done cleaning this all up, I'll show you what it looks like. And this one is really nice. This should grow a really big dahlia again next year. I want to show you the cleaned up dahlias. Donnie did an excellent job. Thank you, honey. All right. So this one was that big, huge yellow dahlia, and I've had that one for 3 years. This was that large red one, which I've had for 2 years. And then I bought the Valentine and the Dark Angel this year. And you can see how many little pieces I got out when I dug these up. These can all be broken up into new plants next year. So I'm going to keep these all separated, even though I kind of know which one's which, just to make sure that I can remember and put their plant tags back with them. And I'm going to spread them out all over the garden. So that's one nice thing when you dig up your dahlias and you're kind of dividing them this way, is that you get more and you can spread them out throughout your garden. Now we're going to walk back here. Donnie and I both have to get up. And I'm going to show you what we've done. Here are the marigolds that I went ahead and left because the bees are still in them. And then the calendula still has flowers. And then all of the snapdragons are still blooming. So is the yarrow. So I'm going to leave all of that because we still have the bees, like I was telling you before. But we've got everything cleaned up, everything taken out that I could. And then like this pile over here is nasturtiums and dahlias, and we'll be putting that in the trash can and taking it over to the composting area. Now I want to show you another area where you could be cleaning up your yard now that it's froze. You can see that my coleus definitely froze. They are annuals here. So I'm really glad that I came out here and I got some cuttings off of these. I put up a short about it. Now these ones over here, they're still doing pretty good, and I'm actually going to leave these. But now it's time to finish cleaning up all the planters. The other area I want to show you is in the front of my yard. Lola, where are you? Hi. What's you doing? Hi. What are you doing? You going to come up here and say hi? Come on. You want to come in the yard? Come on in. Come on. Nope. I guess she doesn't want to come in the yard. All right, so here is the hibiscus, and I leave these standing so that I know where they are next year, because last year I cut the other one down and all of a sudden it came up and I wasn't expecting it, and I almost replanted where it was. So this year, since I found out they do come back in our zone, I'm going to leave. I also leave all of the hostas, even though they look really sad right about now. But I'm going to go ahead and leave those because in the springtime, I am still planting other things in these areas, and I want to know where all my plants are. So I go ahead and I just leave these throughout winter. And then in the spring, once I'm done doing my planting, I'll clean them up. I was just watching one of our bees in the calendula, and I still can't believe that they are out this time of the year. But we've got everything cleaned up that we need to for fall, and now it's ready for the snow back here. The rest of the yard, that is a whole nother story. We're still working on cleaning it up, but we've got most of it put away. So like all the patio furniture and stuff like that. So we are ready for winter. Almost. I think I am. So next, after this video, we are going to be starting our 4-part series where I'm going to be talking about what we're going to be doing different next year, and also what worked and didn't work this year. So look forward to that series that we always do in the fall. So if you have any questions, put them down in the comments for us. So thanks for watching, everyone. Please please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment. All that really helps out my channel. Happy gardening, everyone.